Hi guys, and welcome. Today is Monday, July 13th, 2015, and I'm getting more and more excited. Excuse me, here I go coughing again. We have 3 weeks until we move, and I'm just getting all the details down and everything in order, and things are going extremely smoothly, so I can't wait to hit the road. And now, as a matter of fact, my brother, who lives in Arizona, is flying back here to Michigan to help me drive. So that's going to be fantastic. I haven't seen him in a while. Today, I thought I would do a reading on Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. He's an interesting character, but right now he's filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And Chapter 11 bankruptcy is when you want to get protected or protect your businesses. He did that just before the ruling that he was going to have to pay $5 million to Rick Ross because he released a sex tape with Rick Ross's ex-girlfriend. I don't know what's wrong with 50 Cent. I really don't. He came into the rap game within the club and Magic Stick and a lot of others that I really, really liked. And I was, really thought, wow, he's got a great, promising career. But he's kind of slowed down on that aspect of his life, and he's gone into, he went into boxing management, but that kind of fell apart. And then he's now created Power, which is on, I believe it's on Stars with Omari Hardwick. And what's that girl's name? The girl? Naturi Naughton. You know her. She was played in that Biggie movie as Lil Kim. But anyway, great actress, great actor, Omari Hardwick, super fine. So, one thing about 50 Cent, his birthday is July 6, 1975, and he's a Cancer. And I have Cancer people in my family, so I tend to call them crazy Cancer because, not necessarily that their mind is disturbed, but these are some very sensitive people. They want to almost seem like they're tough or they're hard on the surface, but they are uber sensitive to any kind of slight that you might have given them. They talk a lot. And what I mean by they talk about, not that they just talk frivolously, but once they know your business, they are all in it. They're talking to you about it. They're talking to everybody else about it. They do have a sweet nature. They do like home and family. When you come into a Cancer home, it's going to be beautiful and laid out and everything else. But they have these other things that makes them sometimes challenging to get along with. And he is the same as that. He started as July. As a young kid, he's a number 7. So in his home, there must have been a very strict parent, or they were really into religion and church and things like that. But that wasn't really his calling. He wanted more than that. He wanted more. He wanted money. He was a number 8 life path, so he's always been a money magnet and drawn to be where the money is or make the money, and that's him going into drug dealing versus getting that traditional job or going to college. That just wasn't going to work for him. He needed money now, and he needed it quick. And I don't know if needed it is necessarily the right word, but he definitely wanted it. Right now in his life, he's living in a number 6 life. So, although he's not married or he goes in and out of relationships, I know he's with Chelsea Handler and Vivica Fox, he can be quite nurturing. He has a very soft side as a Cancer, but also as a number 6. He could be very nurturing. He's a person that you can depend on, it seems. He is about family and taking care of people and taking in broken winged people, whether it be in his personal love relationships or in his friendships. but the relationships don't last. And there's a couple reasons. First of all, he's hypersensitive, and he always begins to feel like they're doing something to him. Whether that's true or false, perception is everything. But also being a number 8 person, he's a visionary. So he always sees the big picture. And he can be stubborn. He can be intolerant. And that would cause people to want to leave or not be around him. Him snapping or going off or taking things too far, and then making himself as the victim. He's got a great sense of humor, though. If you ever watch any of his little Instagrams or YouTubes or whatever, he can be quite funny. He was doing some very funny ones with Diddy and the situation at UCLA. But don't put him on the spotlight. Don't tease him. Don't make fun of him. Oh, he's going to be angry. He's going to be the victim. He's going to continue to believe that's why people don't like him or they're jealous of him. And they're not. They're just, you have fun with me, I should be able to have fun with you. He's a natural born leader, and he was always born to become wealthy. It just was one of those things that was going to happen. He really enjoys business and finance. That's why he would have had a boxing management situation. But I think those things kind of went wrong dealing with Floyd Mayweather. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying it didn't go right. Sometimes it's not best to be in business with your friends. He loves wealth and the things, the material things that money can give you and the power that money can give you. Sometimes he can, although a very good judge of character, he is the type of person, he can read people. And being a Cancer, he'd be an intuitive. Being a number 8, he'd be an intuitive. Living in the streets, he'd be intuitive. So he really knows who to come after and who to leave alone for the most part. He can be arrogant. He can be, like I said, stubborn. He can be a person that dominates or always wants to be in charge. And I could clearly see that when it came to G-Unit, that he had to dominate. And there were people like Young Buck and others that weren't here for that. They wanted to be their own boss. But he's going to be the boss of everything and everybody if you deal with him. Even with Floyd Mayweather, you know, this guy, 50 Cent would be the one that tried to come up with the ideas and be in charge, and he just wouldn't go for that. This year, he is in a number 3 personal year, so he's going to be out in the limelight, whether he wants to be or not, and it's just starting for him. He's going to be very vocal. He's going to be very opinionated. Look for him to be on talk shows. Look for him to make Instagrams and YouTubes. His mouth running all the time is going to cause him to continue to be in trouble. He's definitely going to want to have a good time this year. He's going to be very creative. I can see him coming out with some new music this year. Something that's going to be very catchy, and that's going to help him on his business tip. Now, with him going in bankruptcy, that's not him broke. That just means he's protecting his business, and that's very common when people deal in business. Oftentimes these blogs will throw up a big rumor, so-and-so is going bankrupt, but they don't know what chapter they're going. Is it 13? Is it 11? Is it 7? And so he's chapter 11, so he's not giving everything up and having to start a new life. That's not happening at all. He's making sure that lady who won the $5 million settlement for him, and there's also another settlement for him, by the way, like $17.5 million. I can't think of it, guys, sorry. But he wants to protect himself, so whatever he has that they aren't able to take. He's saying that his business management is $500,000 in debt, but he's making that long green with power, so that's chump change. He knows that, though, but it has to look as if your finances are disorganized for him to get the bankruptcy one. I don't know why I'm moving on this, but I'm just moving, and this is moving. But anyways, overall, this year will be, he'll be very much in the spotlight. He will be talking, Expect some new creative ventures coming from him. He might do another show, not only just power. Expect him to come up with some music out there. He's always thinking he is a businessman. He is always about his money. I don't see him ever really going broke per se or anything like that, because he's the type of person he'll be able to transition over to other things. His love life and relationships, they're going to continue to be crappy unless he really gets with somebody that allows him to be the boss and to domineer, and that she can baby him. That's what he needs. He needs babying. If she can baby him and coddle him, so to speak, then it'll be okay. He can say what he wants to say. She's got to say nice things. Now, I'm not here for that myself. You say something to me, I got something to say to you. But there are a lot of people that are like that, so don't be surprised if he finds someone. Thanks, you guys. If you like, comment, subscribe, thumbs me up, please. And I think I'll try to do one more next week, and then that's it until I get home. And I already have my cable set up, so I can get home and get right back on it. But I've got to kind of go to, go to work. I've got to go back to work August 12th. So we'll do one next week, hopefully. And then the next time I'll see you when I see you. Love you guys. Bye-bye.